So apparently we didn't unmute even though I clicked to unmute before. I did click it. I made sure to, but I don't know why it didn't catch before.
Oh.
Oh, it might be something about switching the screens right after I switched. Either way,
Oh,
we've
let's
only been back
double
for a
check.
couple minutes, so
Okay.
That's
we
good.
No
haven't
big deal.
talked about anything huge,
Yeah.
I think,
Nope.
beyond
Nope, just a
AI.
little bit
Sounds like the perfect
changing the
time to get
world.
back into the game.
Yeah, welcome back to episode part 2, episode 2. You missed nothing. This was definitely fine, and don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're all fine here. How are you?
Swipe weapons malfunction.
I don't have any radical opinions that need to be broadcast over the internet
Nope.
on a site that doesn't use robots to monitor us.
Nope.
If you want to know
I,
what we
for
said,
one,
subscribe
welcome
to our
our
Patreon.
hypothetical AI overseers. That's probably going to be the best word. They're not overlords, but overseers is true.
Yeah.
Our AI
Yet.
moderators.
Yeah,
Yet.
also true.
Anyway, Avatar. You're on a barge.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are out of any danger floating along in the barge with. I mean, there's a waterbender here with you now. If you have any.
I'd love to address him along the lines of,
Liquid-based
well,
questions.
now that my friends who are entirely too eager to attack Fire Nation people are done, care to tell us why they were chasing you?
I have no idea.
My name's
I'm
Jeffrey
just heading-
Dahmer, dude.
I'm just heading down to the lake. It's serpent mating season, so those dudes kick up some bodacious waves.
So you
What?
were going to the lake for some waves?
Yeah, so this river empties out in a large lake, which Serpent's Pass cuts through.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently during certain times of the year, there are the serpents gyrate enough to create some cool waves that he was going to surf.
That's
So
kind of
bizarre.
amazing. Yep.
I just came from a Northern Water Tribe not that long ago, man. Getting past those Fire Nation dudes at the head of the river, it's really nuts.
Do you know why they're there, right?
Well, yeah, everybody does.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same
Where
level.
are you from?
We
The Northern Water Tribe.
Forgive me. I am Kanak from the Northern Water Tribe. Wave Rider extraordinaire.
Kanak Reeves? Is that you?
I am. Yeah, Dama introduces himself as from the land that the Fire Nation has.
Yep.
Not basically dancing around phrasing citizenship.
Yeah, it's all right, dude. You helped me out. I don't where you're from really doesn't matter as long as you can, just flow along with it.
Yeah, I think we might be simpatico in that.
So you came through Fire Nation occupied territory to go surf the waves that the giant serpents make when they mate.
Well, yeah. It's like a yearly tradition. I've been doing this since I was a little one.
Is it just
Who
you?
leaves?
Or is it is there a club that does this, or is it just you?
Oh, my dad and I used to go down, and he passed away a couple of years ago. So I try to keep the tradition up, Sort of reminds me of where I come from.
And you just decided to rush past the Fire Nation and hope they wouldn't catch you?
Well, I had a little help. I usually spend a little time in a little town called Duofay, built into the cliffs. Real cool people. There's this lady there named Men that helped me out.
Frantically goes.
Hold on. Yeah, frantically checks my own backstory.
Yeah, that's your aunt.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. I think. Oh, what would Kui was say? she's not sure if she wants to keep her identity like a secret from this guy or not. So she's just, I think, gonna say like,
Wait, aren't you from there? Do you have family up there?
Thank you.
I do. I do.
Well, you come from good people.
What did this Min do to help you?
Well, she's just like got my papers in order. Yeah, she's got some. I guess she's related to someone important over there. I don't really know. I try not to get involved.
That is good. Okay. How did you get in touch with her? We might speak with her as well.
Oh, I just, stopped by. We met a couple of years ago. She knew my dad.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess now that things have been dealt with, will you be heading back the other way? I mean, that's the way that we left the Fire Nation behind.
Oh, I'll find another way through. I got about a week to get down there, so I can take my time, go over land or whatever.
I see.
What kind of? I think they got ostrich horses somewhere in this part of the woods.
Yeah,
Or
I
the
don't
world.
trust. I don't trust the beasts of the land, my friend.
You gonna walk?
I mean, he could just keep taking the river.
That sounds like a better plan.
He's going the opposite way from us, yes?
Yeah, he's basically going back down the river.
Yeah. No, Quiwe is just very about this guy, so she doesn't know what to say.
Let's make a move then.
Yeah, you want to assess a situation? You want to look, try to get some more information
Yeah, that works for me.
somehow?
I think I will then. She was at first shocked about that, but yeah, if that fits, that's what she'll do. Click. Well,
Boom. Yeah.
okay.
You
So-
understand that situation.
I understand two questions. Though this is a situation, and it doesn't look like assessing really works for a person. Now that I read it more, I think that
Greatest danger? Or what should I
You can just ask two questions.
Okay.
These are just examples, right?
okay. So I think the first thing is he hiding anything important to us?
So yeah, you notice that while you were talking, he went over to where he initially impacted on the deck and picked up an oilcloth satchel and put it over himself. And he's been keeping his body between him and it for basically the entire conversation, or between his body between it and you.
Very protective and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you notice at one point, a letter sticking out. It's now soaked, but it has the seal of the Water Tribe on it.
Okay. And then what here can I use to distract him from that letter for a short bit?
I think if you get him talking about, curls and gnarliness and such.
Okay. So, in a very forced way, Quiwa is going to say, so you enjoy surfing then? What is your favorite part about it? And she is going to, gesture towards probably Baohu, because that's who she would reach to automatically, but it doesn't have to be. Whoever picks up on it can act on it.
Yeah. If you gesture to Baohu, he's hitting his head against the wall. Fucking surfing.
Okay, not Baohu then. I maybe
Giant robot will go and try and pickpocket him.
you could get out of your robot, but I think Dama might be the you have a criminal background, don't you?
Yeah, I'm an outlaw.
You want to read things that you're not supposed to read?
Uh, I'm very.
It's up to
Very
you.
hurt.
I can trick him if you want. I can use the trick move on him to get him
Happy
to leave it
try and
alone.
pickpocket
What
this
is
guy.
what is guilty? What are my penalties?
Oh,
Let me
that's
check
true. I
my
have guilty
penalties
too.
before I say anything.
I should look at mine.
How do I pull
Guilty
this?
is
Personal sacrifice.
-2 to push your luck and deny a call out.
Ooh.
Yep.
What's afraid?
Mine's
Afraid
to
is
intimidate and
run
call
from
someone out.
Oh wait, yeah, intimidate or call someone out.
So
Volunteer.
call out, resisting a call out, pushing my luck,
and intimidating.
and intimidating are all basically off the table.
hmm Trick is still there.
Yeah. Trick is still there. So if you want, I can trick them by like, oh yeah, show me some of your moves, and I'll just be like, yeah.
Yeah, it can totally be your trick and Dama doing the pickpocketing. If they want to do it that way.
That seems
It would
more
just be-
likely. I can't assist either, by the
That's
way.
okay. I have a +1 for my own assess from before.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, no, I'm gonna ask him to like, yeah, no, show me. Oh, I'm full on fatigue too. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna start asking them to show me their moves or like. What...
Yeah. He tells you like the difference between long boards and regular boards. I should have done more surfing research.
Longboards slam.
2-fin or
Okay.
3-fin configurations.
The 9 is already. I just rolled a 9. That already includes the +1 bonus from
okay.
the assess. So on 7 to 9, pick 1.
I actually help you with that
Sure. How?
by making a loud noise or
Okay.
just something startling at the right point.
Additional distractioning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm gonna say out of the 2, then I get to pick. The overcommit will receive for some time, so they don't know we've read it. Maybe potentially at all if it matters, or just at least for some time. And I think I'm gonna say. Is there anything else we want this guy to do? I could have him stumble and get a +1 forward against him, or I could get an additional opportunity. I think I'm gonna go with stumble because I can't think of an additional opportunity that we might want him other than reading this message. So
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of need to wait till we read it before we
Yeah.
can.
they stumble and they overcommit. So we have a +1 forward still to act against them for now.
Okay. So we see the camera like focus on Dama. He grabs the missive out of the oilcloth bag and cracks the seal and takes a look.
Wait, what's it sealed with?
Wax. It's like a
All
wax
right, I
seal.
don't crack it. I wave my hand over, and it lifts gently.
Okay.
I am a professional, and I do have access to heat in the palm of my hand.
Fair enough. So yeah, you unseal it, open it up, and there's a very detailed accounting of Fire Nation troop movements.
Where? Where are they going?
Basically, like it highlights like 4 resupply lines that go to the front lines. They are basically. Let me bring you. They are basically the front line is where that red line runs.
Okay.
And it's showing resupply lines, like how the Fire Nation is getting supplies to like these guys over here, and a significant buildup down near the Tahua Mountains, like just outside of Bossing, like heading toward Bossing, say.
Okay. Do you? I mean, there's no way you can easily signal to us what that is. But I guess do you put that message back once you've read it, or do you just take the
Yeah,
whole
put
thing
the
and then...
message back. I get a good sense of what they're doing. I use my keen strategist brain to understand it. Yeah, I slip it back. See, here's where I'm struggling. I'm trying to figure out how to make a sacrifice.
to absolve your guilt?
A personal sacrifice. Yeah.
Yep.
Gonna have to burn a pie show tile.
I mean, for conditions that we can hold on to them for a while, it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
I'm planning to for mine.
Move back.
But I like being able to push my luck. It's my
That's
main
fair.
action.
I think now at this point, Bahu has slammed his head against the wall for long enough. And he comes back and goes, okay. All right. I'm good.
Something troubling you? I say,
No, no.
is there surfing?
No, it's fine. We're just
Doesn't seem fine.
on our own fighting the Fire Nation.
It
and
seems
the
like you
Water
need to
Tribe-
step it up or something.
the Water Tribe has to go and surf fuck waves instead of sending us any sort of support.
Oh, what kind of support you need, bro? We can really like wrap it out. You need some emotional, I can build you up, bro.
That's what I was gonna do.
You got some muscles there, dude.
I was gonna comfort
You're
them.
all right.
The support I need is for my people to beat back the Fire Nation, and you guys are surfing.
Hey, that's not. No, he's not the whole Navy. Is one surfer. As I try to comfort you, that the Water Tribe is not, in fact, all surfing all of the time. That's a problematic thing to think about a whole tribe.
You're comforting me?
Yes, with logic.
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to comfort and support. Or is it guide and comfort? They keep changing
Guide
these
and
names.
comfort.
Guide and
Yeah.
comfort is now what it is.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I will accept that comfort and support. You're right. It's not all of them, just this dummy is surfing. I appreciate that. I'm no longer angry because I can clear a condition. And then you get to ask me a question.
Hmm. That'd be good questions, man. What would you do with a big pile of money?
What would Bao Hu do with a
Yes.
big pile of money?
Yes.
I don't know, probably. Oh. He would buy a very safe, like a safe house for him and his siblings so they would be safe. And then he would go fight the Fire Nation with whatever's left of that big pile of money.
Oh, man, I can't give you that. It's an adventure story. We can't be finding you a house.
We're supposed to be
Sorry.
homeless.
Uh,
All right.
I guess at some point I'll, step in and say, hey, so is there anything we can do? Do you need anything from us to get where you're going to go surf?
Nah, I'm okay. I've got all I need right here. And he pats his bag. It's like, yeah, thanks for the hand. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you're ever in the northern, I forget the name of the Northern Water Tribe city, but he says if you're ever there, look him up.
I don't
The North
remember.
Pole, I think is just what it's
Yeah,
called.
I think
It's got a name. There's
Yeah,
an
there's a
apostrophe.
big city, but I'm sure there's other smaller settlements.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty sure it's not just the one city.
I would just like to make one humble request before you leave, Keanu. I don't remember his name.
Kanak. Yeah.
Kanak. Just ask any elders if there's any more support the Northern Water Tribe can bring, or the Southern Water Tribe. I don't care where it comes from. That would be
I'll
bodacious. It would be totally tubular.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Don't worry. The water tribe remembers its friends."
Sounds ominous.
Yep. I think before he goes, Huiwa is like, if is the Water Tribe looking to do anything with Duo Fei?
Last I heard, the water tribe was having trouble holding its own.
Okay. Well, that person, who you met in Duo Fei, I think they and a few others are considering breaking ties with the Fire Nation if they have support.
That seemed strategically unadvised.
If they have support from the Water Tribe, are probably the only ones who can fight the Fire Nation.
They're in the middle of it.
Yeah, so not to say they don't have problems of their own at the moment, but yeah, they
held out for a real long time.
They did.
Yeah.
They.
Can I actually? I think Huiwa is going to hold back a bit less and add on to this, and she's going to say, I'm I think she says her full name. I'm Huiwa Huyen. I'm daughter of the Lord under duress there, sort of Duo Fei.
Oh.
And I don't speak for my father, but I do speak for myself, and I know that much of my family and much of my the people of the city, we just need an opportunity to stand on our own. Of course, we would probably be able to provide you with refuge and things. I am just returning to the city after some time away, but still, if it is anything like how I left it, we are just looking for some manner of strength on the water. Your nation, your tribe can provide that, and we can provide you with resources.
You have this like very serious like conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I think the result is him just putting his hand on your shoulder and saying, relax, Princess of the Earth. You should really talk to your aunt.
She nods and she says, I plan to.
I think that'd be well advised.
Okay.
Before you leave us to go surf, don't you guys normally surf on like sheets of ice?
We can if that's all that's available to us. But I spent some real cool time doing. Oh no, my board! And he looks over the he looks over the edge, and his wooden board is like smashed in half. So, well, I guess I will now. Thanks.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna take like the rocks that were like rained from the bridge above us.
You want a rock surfboard?
I want to make a rock surfboard for him.
How?
No!
Earthbending.
Is it hollow?
Rocks don't exactly float.
No, No, I could like. I
Is
don't know.
it
He could
hollow on
waterbend.
the inside and like
I don't
hermetically
know.
sealed?
It's just it's like thin. It's like something for him to lay on at least. Or can I give him a gem surfboard?
I mean,
That's
either
even
way, I
heavier.
think achieving buoyancy with Earth is rough.
Yeah.
It's better than a mud surfboard, I guess, but
Yeah.
That's your intent. We can go and figure out some way, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Find some kind of coral surfboard or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
what we would
Porous volcanic
do-
rock.
Yeah.
what we would do is have you make it out of like fine clay. We dump water on it, and like fire it with fire bending, and like that we could have be hollow on the inside and a little bit buoyant than a piece of rock.
Well,
But it'd be
Baohu
super
doesn't know how to surf, so he's like, you just like lay on a board, right? And then you like go. So he's just gonna make it and then hand it to him.
You're making a rock.
Okay.
Beautiful.
You do it anyway. Cool.
Yeah, I
He
think
doesn't know.
he encases it in ice at least until he's like out of view of you, and then like
Drops
ditches it.
It's great.
He's not a mean guy. He appreciates the gesture.
Yeah, Bao doesn't know about buoyancy or anything. He's just like, you lay on a thing, right? I'm gonna do
Only
that.
muscle. Who only knows rock and muscle.
Baohu only rock man.
So, do we have any plan of what we're gonna do with these guys? And I gesture at the firebenders.
Yeah. Sato's kind of sitting there. He has like tied them up around a mast.
I say we go
Are they-
like
Any kind of a wake or?
half a mile
Yeah.
up the river and drop them off one by one intervals.
I mean, we could just ask them what they were doing, and I do that.
You're
Yeah,
just
I mean,
gonna
if you
go-
want to
okay.
interrogate them, yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Mm.
Interrogate. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Plead?
Mhm.
Does plead work?
Yeah.
Weed could work. I mean, yeah, it all depends on what you're looking for.
Or intimidate.
They have to care what you think for plead is the problem.
And
Oh,
they
this-
don't.
No, they definitely don't.
I'm willing to be more intimidating.
But I mean,
I
you
would-
can use them as an information source for assess the situation. It's just
That
like
is-
narratively how we answer those questions is from their mouths.
A lot of sense. Let's do an assess the situation. Yeah. Do.
Roll with creativity and then ask some questions. Ooh.
Well.
Well.
I think the answer is they're just following orders. They just got transferred here. They don't know. They don't know much.
They were told to stop the surfer.
Yeah, it was something out of the ordinary when a guy surfs by down a river, so they were trying to stop him.
Okay.
All right, then. Where do you guys want to be dropped off?
They'll take anywhere. Not expecting to be let go. They're like, well, here's fine.
You sure? Right here, this isn't exactly anywhere useful. We can bring you back to do a fay.
No, I think here's fine.
Do you guys want us to
No
call
trouble.
someone
Like,
or something?
Stick to them. We're going there anyways.
No, we're not.
What do you mean? Yes, we are.
No,
I think
nope.
that Quiwa will physically drag Aeon away.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, you're still in the suit?
Yes.
Fun. Okay.
If
I
you're,
think we're gonna
rapping on it,
have
you
to-
pay attention.
Are they armed?
I mean,
They-
they're firebenders, but they're incapacitated.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
drenched.
I would like to make sure they're besides the fire they can shoot. Otherwise, unarmed and unshoot.
Yeah, you took their tasers.
And their boots. I want to make the long walk back harder.
Fair.
Can I rely on my skills and training to like house them for a certain amount of time in a place so we could get away? like temporary
why-
detainment.
That's why I was taking their shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
So-
theoretically like earthbend a prison around them. That's just hard to get out of.
Yeah.
Like not impossible, but hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Really
want to do
tall.
that.
There's no roof. It's just really tall.
I just want to
Yeah.
do that so like they're not right behind us.
I do this.
Yeah,
or-
I'd say you
Well,
can
that's-
just do it. I don't think you need to roll. You know, there's no
Okay.
like, there's no pressure on you to do it, so you can just do it.
Yeah.
we
But
did
yeah,
make
you drop
you-
them off.
No, I mean we did.
Why? We attacked them first. You attacked them first.
They were going after a harmless surfer.
Going after not doing anything.
I mean, he is the nicest spy I've ever met, but he's still a spy.
What?
Spy?
Yeah.
How do you
He
know
was
that?
holding a missive on his
He's a
back.
spy.
What was it holding exactly? Because
It's
given
like-
how he talked at the end,
He was
Seemed
like troop
ominous.
movements and stuff, military stuff. He's a spy.
Oh,
So he was a courier.
I'm more happy we helped him now.
Oh, I don't know his job title or his mission. I just know he was a spy. Professional surfer spy.
Double O waterbender.
yep.
Double O, bro.
But yeah.
There's a war on. You gotta expect spies.
Not wrong.
Fine.
Is that a problem, Aeon? Did you want us to detain him?
No, not detain him, but not leave them in the middle of nowhere in the middle of
They're
Earth
fine.
Look, they're gonna
They
make it
were
home
going
eventually.
where we were. Why on earth couldn't we give them a ride
It-
after we wrecked their water scooters?
Okay, let's play with this hypothetical situation. We take the firebenders who we just fought to Dubuffet,
Because
which is
we
run by
attacked
the
them.
hold on. With with the firebenders we just fought to the place that is run by the Fire Nation. What is stopping them from just arresting us?
Have we done anything in that case?
We fought them.
Fine.
And before you ask why, it's very simple. They are in the army who do violence professionally. So it is in our best interest to avoid them at all costs. And when they come our stop them. They're professionally violent. We don't need them.
We already have me.
Yeah, professionally violent. I point to the other professionally violent.
It's two professionally violent people and then children.
We have enough professional violence. This one,
Their role is already
Freeway is like halfway professional violent, semi-professionally violent. That robot suit. I'm sorry, it's a weapon of war.
It is.
It doesn't have to be.
No,
What
but
do you
it has a flamethrower.
Hold on, we are talking about this right now.
Okay. So have you guys ever been? Look, you're all benders. Have you ever lived in a world where it's like everyone?
Bow bender. I'm calling you out, Missy.
Realize things.
Calling you out, Mister.
Are you calling Aeon out to live up to their action principle?
Yes, I am.
Sure.
Like these things are weapons of war, and you're saying they're not. Take some action. This isn't a bad thing they're
Rip
doing.
off the flamethrower then.
Yeah, rip it off. Make it not a weapon of war then.
I mean, we haven't exactly had time.
No, just do it right now. I could do it.
Dismantle the suit and remove all the weaponry.
You're being called out. How do you...
Okay, which of us is rolling for that?
So, it would be Bao who has to
Uh-huh.
shift his balance and then name and roll Aeon's principle.
Okay, I will shift my balance away from center, so now I'm at the +3 -3 toward trust.
Ooh. How do I tip you?
And then I want you to your principle of action, and then I roll what?
Their Aeon's action rating.
Mine's 0, 0.
Oh, so just 2d6.
So what?
A 7.
Okay, so that's a hit. On a 7 to 9, they challenge your view of the world in turn, mark 1 fatigue, or they shift your balance as they choose. But on a hit, they're called to act as you say. They must either do it or mark a condition.
So do you really want me dismantling?
Well, it's more to make it so it's not a weapon of war. It doesn't have to literally flame. Just
Oh,
like
you cut out a
do
little
something
bit.
to make that point clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine, you don't want this to be a weapon of war. I'll make it not a weapon of war. I guess we have some time now. I didn't want it to be that way anyways, and I'll have
Yeah.
some time to figure it out. So
Show
fine.
me how this can't be a weapon of war.
I haven't had time to figure it out yet, but
Hmm.
I'll take it apart and I'll figure it out and I'll put it back together better than it ever was. Even I can't keep a straight face on that.
Who needs a flamethrower when I have 30 harpoons on it? Smash, smash, smash. This is a fishing.
It's a weapon of fishing.
Yeah, and Bal goes, well, we have time now.
For the challenge your view of the world in turn, it's basically a matter of put those Fire Nation soldiers, those professional people, or the people that we ran into back at that camp, they didn't do anything to us, and not even the people on the road that you just went out and attacked. Do you think you could maybe stop instigating for no good reason?
I take off fatigue and say, no, they're soldiers. They know what they were getting into. Just like I know what I was getting into.
All right.
The only non-combatants in war are civilians, and these guys are very clearly marked military.
Fine, I guess we just agree to disagree. But I will absolutely move towards action.
Okay.
Okay.
And that night I start taking apart or trying to figure out how this suit works. Not completely taking apart, but I'll figure out some things. If I can disable or dismantle part of the weaponry, I will do so. Enjoy your future fights, people.
I would like to
We're just
also
gonna
take.
nerf the robot.
I would also like to take this point in time to now finally choose. Because for my protector's burden, it says just before the end of the session, I need to choose on that miss. I think with this, if they have like robots and like there's military everywhere, only I could keep Q safe. So I'm gonna shift toward my self-reliance. So I'm now at +1 -1.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, +1, -1? Weren't you at 3 before? So
Yeah, but it's because on a miss, I have to choose like if I want to keep Q as my
oh, right. It's
Mm-hmm.
I choose one of those two.
And it's shift twice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there's a little bit more travel time before you get to Duo Fei. You're going to spend another night, so you can clear another 3 fatigue.
Yay!
Whee!
I'm back
I'm
up at
so
full.
healthy.
And I really want to see it in writing again, but I believe resting also resets your balance.
Does it?
Oh.
It feels weird if it does to me.
Yeah, it does. That's why it's like in the back of my head that it happens, and I want to see it in writing. It'll be in core elements.
Whenever time passes or you have a chance to rest or reflect or set your balance to center. Here we go.
Okay.
Copy paste.
Oh, so we just go back to center?
Yep.
Oh.
A single night usually isn't enough for your character to regain a composure. Okay, so when you have a chance to rest and reflect, but not just overnight.
Okay, so it's more like Tales of Bossing Say-esque of like you're gonna need a
Oh,
small
okay.
vacation.
Well, not even small vacation, but like when the first night they're in the Western Air Temple, or they're at like finally at a safe place to like lay down in a comfortable like actual building.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not every rest; it's an actual recuperative, like
Yes.
no
Period.
stress situation for Okay.
A while, yeah.
Yeah, not a D&D rest.
That makes more sense.
Okay. But yeah, eventually you do get close to the mouth of the river. You start noticing some smokestacks up on the horizon. And it's very apparent once you get a little bit closer that there is a Fire Nation Navy blockade at the mouth of this river. You can't quite see, you can see the docks for Duofei, but you can't quite see the city itself. Because you actually have to go like out into the ocean and around the corner, and built into the side of the cliffs on the coastal side is the city itself, like carved into the cliffs.
Leon will stubbornly sit on the front of the boat, tinkering with the suit.
Quiwa is also at the front of the boat, not tinkering or anything. She's just looking apprehensive at the city as it comes into view. When she sees it, she both lets out a sigh of relief and yet looks more stressed. She's glad it isn't on fire or anything. But yeah, she's still, now we have to deal with this and whatever has happened and this new situation, because they'll probably be looking for her here. If she escaped, this is the first place they'd look, even while keeping it under wraps. Not that in character she knows that.
Yeah, funny you should mention that, because as you get a little bit closer, you do notice that there seems to be some kind of line of barges that are moving forward, stopping. Fire Nation gets on, searches, allows them to pass through. So there's a checkpoint that you're going to have to get through if you continue on as you are.
Yeah.
Maybe we get off and walk?
Would I know if there are more checkpoints on land, or is it just mostly water-based checkpoints they care about?
So the Duofei last you saw had a heavy Fire Nation presence, but they were mostly concerned with just basing themselves in Duofei so they could control the mouth of this river.
Okay.
Because this is the major artery that would go from the Northern Water Tribe down to that lake and eventually to Ba Sing Se.
So they'd have less scrutiny on land then, because they mostly care about the water route. So I think, Quiwa would have known that, and so she's like, it's time. We get off now. I thank the, lady cabbage merchant and her
young nephew.
Her young and fiery nephew with big ideas.
Yeah, I tip them 8 boots.
You give them Fire Nation boots. I give them a surfboard.
Yeah, you give the kid a surfboard, and the kid's like looking at it, like, oh, this is really cool, and it falls over, and from the background you hear the lady yell, "My cabbages!"
Yep. And then, I think we just are gonna walk the rest of the short distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a trail that you go to that like leads to a set of stairs that wraps around the outside of the cliff face. And yeah, that's the main entrance into Duofei. Quiwa, there's a location in town that's central to some kind of custom, like well ingrained. Maybe it's a yearly festival, maybe it's just a daily thing even. But
Yeah.
what is that? What is that custom? What is the location?
I think now it's just a general sort of festival. It's not nowadays when it's observed, it's more of a general holiday. Um, it is. Oh, the only thing I can think of is actually a day that um came from it's a holiday based on basically when the story goes, Quiwa's and her family's ancestor like basically stopped a bunch of water tribe raiders at the time. Or were they just pirates? I don't remember what the story goes. It has changed depending on the taking. I think
Mhm.
nowadays the story is just towards general pirates than water tribe raiders. Um, but yeah, basically like one of
Well, Water Tribe Raiders would still fit if the
water tribe
Fire
raiders would
Nation's
fit,
in
but they're not
charge.
gonna. I guess it
Don't
depends if the
treat
Fire
your
Nation's in
allies
charge.
badly.
It depends if the Fire Nation cares about this holiday at all. If they're getting
Well,
their
yeah,
cultural roots in, it would definitely switch to water tribe
yeah. I think
raiders.
that's what we're seeing happen, right? You're coming into town. It is the day of this festival, right?
Yeah.
And
Used to be
and you
pirates.
expect all of this stuff to like the pirates in effigy and like people shooting arrows at them and things like that.
Mm,
They're all dressed up as waterbenders, like
all the
the
pirates.
targets.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Quiwa. She has a mild, I think, face scrunch when she's frustrated, but trying not to show it. Like she just has a crease in between her eyes and on just above her nose. She just has that concerned look. Um, as she gazes upon like the city and as she goes through it, she I think is gonna beeline to her aunt. Um, she'll first check with Baohu, and I think she's gonna say, um, after what that what was his name? Sort of the K, the surfer.
Kanak, I'll put it in.
After what Kanak said, I need to go check in with Min first before anything else. And with everything going on, she might be able to provide us with uh, a safe place to stay amongst this.
Should we find a place to stash the, you know, robot?
Yes.
Where she lives is still probably the best place.
It's the problem would be getting there because there's only certain ways into the city. Like you might know some private ones, but like
Not with a yeah. Okay. Um, in that case, I think I say to Aeon and Dama Lee, you two might want to wait out here while we secure passage for both of you inside.
Yeah, you three stay out here.
3. Oh right.
Oh man.
Sorry, that was me. That was my bad. Yep.
I'm not staying out here. There's free wine.
We can get you free wine and no prison,
You
or
can
you can try and get free wine and prison.
you can
That is
probably
totally
come
up
in
to
and
you.
get by the guards without the suit. Or you could stay behind and make sure no one takes it while we get away
Well,
in
why
with the
can't
suit.
why can't
When
he
did
go get
children stop
wine?
being fun? I will do as you ask.
Why can't he go get wine? Like, are they? They don't know we're here.
I wasn't being
Stay
sarcastic. You
outside,
can
it's
come in
fine.
without the suit.
We'll
Oh,
stay out here for now. It's fine.
if you would like, I could bury the suit for you.
I can watch the suit. It'll be fine. I'll sit
You
out
know,
here all night, I guess.
I'm sure there'll be no problem if we stay out here with the suit for a little while.
No, go into town. I got it.
All right.
Okay.
After you, Earth Princess.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Earth Princess.
This the guards are now Fire Nation, right? So they're a lot less likely to actually recognize me. Not unlikely because the Fire Nation's been here for years, but yeah.
Yeah. Given that you've changed your clothes, how long has it been since you've been back here?
I'm guessing it's been a few months.
Okay. Hey, you're probably significantly underweight for when you left. You look different.
Yeah.
So it's not on close inspection, people that knew you might recognize you, but
The regular.
no
devils
one's
might
looking for
not.
you right now. So
Yeah. Okay. Then I think yeah, no, I'm gonna tentatively I was about to say push my luck, but hang on, I have a move for this.
No.
When you make over disguise and or coach your friends, to friends to fit in with a specific crowd. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought it was myself. So if I want all
could
of you
do
to fit
me.
in,
But you have a makeover montage.
I have a
move?
makeover montage move. Yes, I do, to fit in with something from my background, which includes I have two backgrounds, privilege and urban. And I think I have a move that I haven't taken yet to get another one, but I'm not sure. That might be training. Yeah, that was training.
So
Yeah.
just a suggestion, but you could possibly dress up this suit to look like some kind of mascot for this.
That's what I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna dress it up like a waterbender.
That's
Like,
People are just gonna
like a
be shooting
waterbending
arrows at you.
spirit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we go in by ourselves first, to purchase like the costume stuff, and then we come back out, dress everyone up, and then go back in with everyone.
That'll work. Yeah. Roll the move.
Okay.
Here's my problem. I was trying to stay outside and not go enjoy the festival to absolve my guilt.
You don't have to come in. Yeah, if you want to stay outside and pout, you can.
But it's not a sacrifice if there's nothing, if I'm just sitting out there for nothing.
I don't know if it's a sacrifice
it
if
might
you're
be
just like,
more of
yeah,
a
I won't go in the
sacrifice.
city.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not clear to me. It might actually be more of a sacrifice if you're just like, yeah, we can go in, but I'm going to stay out anyways.
There's a great pie show tournament going on in the city.
Oh,
that-
yes.
There's always pie show going on in the city.
Yeah, but there's holiday pie show with one day only house rules.
Limited edition tiles you can buy.
I think
Yeah.
the limited
Yeah.
edition tiles are the problem.
Okay.
All right. So no pie show, but you can come in.
Yeah, I think you have to come in, but you have to specifically not play pie show.
They know me here.
I owe that guy money.
Yeah.
Sacrifices
There's,
walking
like,
past pie show booths as we have.
Yeah,
to
a
get
bunch
to
of other traveling pie show players have come to town for the festival, and so yeah, there's way more people that know you here than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the day of the Arrow qualifier for the big tournament.
Exactly.
Not the tournament from.
No.
There's
Yeah,
other tournaments.
This is the Pie Show GA, the PSGA.
Yeah.
They're like ranking tiles here, like they're PSGA 10s, right?
Exactly. No, I think.
But
That's
yeah, what do you have to roll for your disguise other people move?
It's with creativity. I'm ready to roll.
Cool.
There are two roll
Sweet.
buttons on this. Let's see how this goes. Creativity. On a 9, I fool nearly everyone. There's only a single gatekeeper who asks any questions and stands in our way, which I could accept help with someone who wants to help me, but I kind of like the idea that the gatekeeper's like, looks at the suit and is like, what the heck is this?
I'll help.
Okay.
All right, yeah, pay your fatigue and
So when he does that, we explain, and he just shrugs, and the gate guard is like, okay. Yeah, you pay the fatigue. Then
I
it
pay the
says
troll
the
toll.
performance is flawless. You gain access to wherever you want it to fit in while attracting little suspicion.
there you go. So you have your run of duo fey.
Is there a kind of hat or something? But what are our outfits? You put us in disguises.
Yeah.
Probably that. I don't know any better way to describe it, but like the sailor hat looking thing that has like it comes up like this and has the dome in the middle.
Yep.
You know.
And I think that other people, like, there's a ton of people dressed up as archers, but there's a lot of other people that are just dressed up as, like, not just pirates and waterbenders, but also, the narrative has changed a bit to be like, and the Fire Nation helped, like, repel the city and defend it back, like, way back then, old Fire Nation soldiers. So now there's a few people dressed up as, like, primitive Fire Nation, like, probably spearmen or something like that.
Yeah, I think you walk past one guy, like a bit older gentleman that's dressed up like a pirate, and he's arguing with some Fire Nation guards, like, "No, it was always pirates. What are you talking about?" And they like grab him and lead him away.
Yeah. Yep. Quiwa just sighs but continues on.
Unfortunately, the wiki is light on fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sounds like a
very
project.
colorful because that's generally how things are here.
Yeah, I think I just lean into the like, because you said it's one of your backgrounds, which is like privileged and urban.
Yeah, I think this is probably urban if we're just getting the general city.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I found the fashion page, but I don't see hats.
Yep.
So yeah, I think he kind of looks like what he looks like in his picture, just like that coat.
Aeon's from a pretty smaller town, and this is not something he's ever seen before. So he's basically looking around and gawking and trying desperately not to.
Any chance I could have grabbed a big green kimono? I think that's my.
Yeah.
That's my Earth Nation disguise for this mission.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Those are traditional Earth outfits.
Yeah.
Festival wear and all.
Yeah. So yeah, you make your way. So Duo Fey is sort of set up in levels since it's carved into the side of a cliff.
Yeah.
That's
And
a cool. Oh, that's a cool city design actually. Like, what's the temple? It's like that air temple, but the Earth
It's
version.
not
Bigger.
it's earth bending, not designed upside down, just cut into the side of
Oh
the cliff.
yeah, the Western Air Temple is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
I just like the architecture now. I like all of the cultural details so much.
But yeah, you make your way up to like the penultimate level. So the highest one up would be where the government function is, things like that. It's still well below the top of the cliff. But yeah, you go to the one below that where nobles and rich merchants tend to reside.
It's like the parks level.
Yeah. It's a bit nicer. The salt spray doesn't reach up here in the storms.
Yeah.
And
It's
also where
the
the
inner
festival
ring.
grounds are. It's also where the festival ground is, because that's where you set that stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you cross through like this little I'm trying to figure out what a town square looks like when it's carved into the side of a mountain, but something that functions as a town square.
Yeah.
A gathering place.
Yeah.
Yeah, a town
And,
semicircle.
And you go up to what Quiwa would know is Min's domicile.
Yeah. I don't think I even want to risk her guards finding out about us. I assume she'd have. Is she well? Like, she's not a main. She's sort of. Does she have guards?
I don't think today she would. And as a matter of fact, I think today she's like actually out in her front, like in her front garden.
Just like socializing. There's a party or something.
Like, yeah, giving like traditional sweets or something to the people that are around the town square. Like, she's performing a function of a someone that's related to the leader.
Yeah.
Glad handing, that kind of thing.
Okay. Perfect. I think I'm gonna wait in the back for a moment when most of the people have like left, so I can approach her without causing as much of a commotion.
Yeah.
And yeah, then I think I tell everyone else. Like I just approach and I like say like, wait here a second. Um,
And you just get in line to grab a hard candy.
yeah, I get in the back of the line basically, so I'm the last one.
Yeah. So yeah, eventually you do like come up, and she notices you about 3 people back, but doesn't make any overt, gestures or anything. But you lock eyes.
Okay.
And she starts like sort of
I just
quickly
yeah,
dismissing people. Like, oh, here's your candy, thank you so much. Earth King's blessings or whatever traditional things you gotta say, and
Yep.
just move them along. And yeah, but you come up to the front of the line and very quietly looking around, she's like, "What are you doing here?"
I think I say, good to see you too. It's a long story. Where can we talk in private? I like gesture to the others who are like, yeah.
Yeah, I think she like picks up like earthenware tray that she's got all the treats on and makes it look like she knocked it over and dumped them all over the place. And says, oh my, I have to go inside. Could you help me bring some more in?
I just nod without saying anything and help. And then yeah, I like try to subtly gesture for the rest of you guys to rush forward and offer to help as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Oh,
picking
please.
up things and bringing them out. Yes.
Yeah, so she's like, the treats are ruined. We'll have to go inside and grab some more. And make sort of a loud show of it as you all walk back inside the house.
I'm sure some of the kids are just like, "Aw."
I'll
there's
still eat one.
After you walk inside, I think the camera hesitates on the candy and stuff, and we see 2 twins run into frame, grab a bunch, and run away.
Oh,
Yep.
that works
Those
too. I was
dang
going
kids.
to hand a kid a radish and be like, "Don't worry, it's fine."
Please don't hand my siblings a radish.
I hand him a radish, like
Perfect.
spicy little radish, still the leaves on it.
Yep.
But yeah, she brings you inside, leads you. So the it's just basically the facade of the house, and then you go into basically a cave that's been widened out into rooms and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she leads you deep inside to
Do we take the robot
a
inside?
sitting room of some type.
The robot's disguised as like a
Yeah.
It's like
spirit.
a costume.
Yep.
I was wondering how big the house was. Could it accommodate?
I don't think the robot is huge. It's big,
It's
but
more
it's
like Iron
it's
Man
like
suit.
yeah, it's I have to
it's
duck my
small.
head a bit when going through doors big. It's not
So like
Yeah.
8 feet tall, not 20.
correct.
Mhm.
7 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 8 or less.
Yeah, it is standard size to fit through doorways.
Yeah.
But yeah, she brings you back. She sends she has a servant on hand to go get some tea, and sits you all down, closes the door, and looks at you like, how did you get here? Last I heard, the Fire Nation had you.
We escaped some time ago.
That
And
was a temporary situation at best.
you know Baohu. This is Aeon, Dama Lee, and Sato Akane. And we escaped together.
Escaped where?
Well,
Jail.
prison, man.
We were taken. I was taken far from here to prison.
To prison?
You haven't heard anything.
We heard you were on Ember Island.
I think, yeah, no. Quiwa is just completely shocked, and she says, "From who?"
That's what your father told us. You were taken as a hostage to ensure that he did as he was told.
That's one way to put it, but it wasn't on Ember Island. I was in prison. I think I don't remember as a person, but yeah, Kuiwei like mentions the name of the prison that she was in.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, basically, from what Min has been told, like you were brought to Ember Island and scheduled to be married off to some Fire Nation noble as like insurance
Yeah,
that your
like
father
that's
would do.
exactly what happens in to
Yeah.
some of the other people here. Um, Kuiba is livid, and she says, "I sent him a letter. I don't know if he got it. I don't know if he is lying or was lied to, but no, that is not what happened to me. I was in a labor camp. It was how we escaped, actually. Um, no, my father sent you." She looks to Baohu. "So he must have known."
I think "sent me" is a strong term.
I think we
Why
might
don't you
have to
die?
consider your dear papa may not be on the up and up.
Quiwa just shoots you a glare, Dama Lee. And then she says, after a moment of processing, "We escaped and made our way back here."
Well, I'm glad you're okay, but if you're found here, there will be an issue.
They're they're looking for us everywhere already. Before I say more, Aunt Min, are you working with the Water Tribe? And I think what she's actually trying to do is, well, actually, hold on. There's two things I could do here. I could either plead for her to open up to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
This
I
is
don't
your
think this is
aunt,
paying
right?
homage. This is my aunt. I'm checking if it was paying homage, but I don't think it's that yet.
It might be. So the NPC is yours. You
Okay.
can define her principal. You could call her out to a principal.
Okay. Yeah. Um, NPC single principal. Yeah, I think her principal is. How do I summarize it right? Um,
If it helps, here's a list.
oh, that does help a lot. Um,
I hunt and pecked all the principles and or not conditions. Yes, conditions out of the book.
yeah.
They're in the GM folder if anybody.
Okay.
That is helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's super helpful. You can just like grab one.
Yeah. Um, I think freedom will be her principal.
Okay. Yeah.
Both of herself, but also of like the people in the city.
So maybe community over freedom. If she cares about the city,
Yeah.
less about leaving and more about like being together
Yeah. Um,
Well,
in
don't
control
NPCs
of
just
your
have
own
the one?
fate.
Yeah. They just have one, but
yeah.
and it doesn't have to be static. The next time we see her, it could be freedom. If you go with community this time, as long as it doesn't change too much, I'm
Yeah.
not really
It's sort of
worried.
in between those two. It's freedom basically for her community. She had issues before even the Fire Nation arrived. She thought that like, yeah, no, our family is being way too tough on our people, kind of thing. Typical
Mhm.
Earth Kingdom exploiting their citizens, which she was not
Okay.
okay with.
And how dedicated to this principle do you think she is? Because she doesn't have to start at zero.
Um, Probably a +2 if she is what I suspect she's doing, which is secretly working with the Water Nation, and doing other stuff. She's also specifically labeled as like the big boat rocker, so I'd say a +2.
Okay.
She's the big boat rocker within my lineage.
Is she an earthbender?
Yes, I think she is.
Yes.
Or is she a secret waterbender?
No, I think she's an
Ooh.
earthbender. I don't want to make her too similar to Quiwa in terms of like she's not also a non-bender like Quiwa is or anything like that. I think she is an earthbender.
What techniques does she know?
We can
I'm
get
not
to that
gonna
when we
define
need it.
that.
Okay, so
Probably
I've
lots
got
of
her down.
tunneling underground stuff is what I would guess. But
I've got her down there. We said the principal for the moment is. And that's how you make an NPC.
perfect.
Amazing.
That was pretty fast.
Yeah, I think appealing to her principle makes the most sense if that principle fits with this.
Mhm.
Okay. So call someone out. When you openly call on someone to live up to their principle, shift your balance away from center. Okay. So I'll shift mine. Oh, mine's already. Is that right? Mine's already at a -2. Or I'm at +2 for progress. So I'm shifting again to +3.
Mhm.
Name and
I
roll
think
with their
that's
principle. So I guess I'm rolling with a +2 then if I'm rolling
Yes.
with their stat. Okay.
Yep.
On a hit, they're called to act as you say. Do it a market condition. That's it, because the rest is on a 7 to 9 or a miss.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm calling on them to just like sort of I guess what I'm actually calling on them to do is to keep us and what we're about to say secret from the Fire Nation.
Okay.
And my dad for now until we figure out where his loyalties lie.
Yeah. So basically, you're going to take the lead on this. She's not going to say anything. She's there to support you.
Okay. But yeah, what I asked her in character was, yeah, are you working with the Water Nation? I'm effectively, when she can tell, I'm looking for confirmation that I can trust her
Mhm.
with stuff the Fire Nation wouldn't like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think given your history together, she would end up trusting you and saying that yes, she does have some contacts with the water tribe.
Yeah.
And she may or may not have been involved in, moving some intelligence along to the Earth Kingdom.
We met your intelligence courier. He's fine, by the way.
You're welcome.
Is he still using that surfer attitude?
That's a play?
Connick's an old friend. Very
it's
talented.
very convincing, is what she said.
That's a shame.
I'm
I liked
not sure
him.
if I like him more or less now.
I like him less. Significantly less.
what is more harmless when someone's like delivering secret messages than some airheaded surfer?
Yep.
It's fair. As a Californian, I approve.
They're still looking for us. We are just escaped prisoners, but what they're really looking for is that. And I gesture towards the disguise suit.
Wipe away a little bit.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Oh, it's our giant robot.
It's a prototype war machine.
This is how we got out of the camp.
Fire Nation developed
Well,
it.
I helped too.
We stole it. And
I know you did, Bao, and she like pats you on the shoulder.
There's like 23-year-old dudes, like all the kids are getting credit.
I meant
He's been that way since he was a child.
We have it with us, and the Fire Nation wants it back. And if they mass produce this thing, we will have a lot more of them to deal with.
Her face takes on like a grave look. And she says, "There are people that would want to know about this."
That's what I thought. That's why I came to you.
What are you going to do with it?
Part of
I
me
figure
wants
out
to
how it
destroy
works
it. but
I don't know if we both spoke at the same time there.
You-
What I said was in character.
what did you say?
Ideally, figure out how it works and mass produce our own.
Oh, and I said part of me wants to destroy it.
Oh.
Neither are bad ideas, but I think we should have some people look at it first.
I assume you have a sort of resistance cell somewhere.
Not as such. It's not. Well, we work with what we can.
I mean, do you have anyone who could help me figure out how this works?
Aeon knows it better than anyone else.
I'm sure I could put you in touch with someone.
Call them in. Let's do this.
I wouldn't keep that here or yourselves for any significant amount of time. I'd prefer to send you to them.
That seems reasonable.
Where are they?
In the city?
Well, it's possible we could send you to the Northern Water Tribe. There's also Ba Sing Se.
I hear there's a tournament.
I-
Bossing say.
I just got home. And I want to clear my name.
I hate to say it, but you're almost as bullheaded as your father.
More.
Now, yeah, she does. She just like looks at her aunt until Baho says, and she just looks at him like, "Really?"
You're bullheaded in a good way, though.
Snickering.
You're lawful bullheaded. He's
Yeah, you're
chaotic
lawful.
bullheaded. But yeah, I think the general conversation is she doesn't agree that you should stick around for any amount of time. Your father really shouldn't know you're here. The Fire Nation shouldn't know you're here. Because you being here proves a lot of people said some false things, and that creates problems. And the easiest way to get rid of the problem would be to get rid of you.
What sort of things? And unless I think I'd
If
like
you
to
went to-
assess the situation. Either she's
Yeah.
being honest and I'm assessing the situation in the city, or she's not being honest and I'm assessing the situation with her.
That's fine. Yeah, she is being honest. But go ahead. Yeah, assess the situation. She'll act as the focus for information.
Okay. Um,
I'm willing to offer a help if needed, because
is
I
not
assume I
needed.
know Min also. Oh,
You definitely do, yeah. So I think who or what is the biggest threat in the city right now to in terms of what she's talking about? Like a lot of people said wrong. Like what is the situation? Who's the biggest threat? What is the threat? I guess within my aunt's perspective.
So the fact that everyone here was told that you were like shipped off to the Fire Nation to marry a noble, right? That was the cover story for you basically being taken hostage and used as leverage against your father to make sure he does what the Fire Nation wants them to do.
Yeah.
You showing up here and breaking that lie either means that all confidence is gone from your father because he's a liar, or if your father thought that was the case as well, it shows that the Fire Nation lied to your father, and who knows what'll happen then.
And so the Fire Nation,
Yeah,
either my father or the Fire Nation are backing down on basically the deal
yeah,
with the people.
yeah. Either way, if your presence is known in town and not explained away correctly, there will be problems. It just depends on what the actual truth is, which Min doesn't know at this point.
Okay. And then I think, what here can I use to there's a few different options, but I think I'm gonna say what here can we use to read my father and like get the truth from him?
She doesn't like bringing him up because she feels he's just as dangerous as any Fire Nation. But Tian Lo, your father's advisor, would know the truth one way or the other.
He's not Fire Nation then? He's not. He's just as dangerous as a Fire Nation?
Min doesn't trust him, right? Some of the advice he's been giving has been very pro Fire Nation.
Okay. Then, yeah, he's probably the person we need to focus on to see, like, maybe we could all chalk this up to the evil advisor and deal with him, and then it's fine. But that depends on if that is what's happening.
Go.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's the end of my assess. Of course, that was both questions.
Mhm.
But I think I will ask. No, they don't use vizier.
Does he have a goatee?
I think it's not uncommon.
If he has a
actually, for
goatee,
Earth
we just
Kingdom
kill him.
fashion to include vizier. Yeah, only acceptable outright death in Avatar are people with goatees. So I think I'm gonna ask, like, is my father still giving the speech at the end of the festival tonight?
She nods. Yeah. But whenever he's in public, he's under heavy guard.
Good.
Fire Nation, of course.
It means his palace is under lighter guard.
It's fair.
Ooh, we're doing a robbery?
Are we gonna go sneak in?
I know the place better than anyone.
Ooh.
I can confirm that you did sneak away from me.
You only caught me the one time.
So we've got 2 expert infiltrators in an unguarded palace. I don't know what we're doing there. but it's
Expert?
something fun.
Yeah, expert might be a strong word. We're experienced with that specific
Look, are you
building.
trying to talk yourself out of whatever
I'm talking out of character right now for that
Oh,
very
I'm just
reason.
looking for. I'm just looking for a new adventure.
Okay.
A
I
robbery.
mean, my aunt was
Might
probably
just be
going to
the thing-
immediately talk us down and be like, "No, I just told you to stay out of trouble."
I mean, she's heavily advising against it, but due to the calling her to her principal, that's
True.
going to ride. Like she's not going to overrule you, just heavily
Yeah.
caution against it. Probably starts appealing to Sato a little bit, like you should know better than this. Like tell them not to do this.
I mean, Quiwa, if you reveal yourself in such an obvious way that I can't silence you,
We're not
might
revealing
cause bigger
anything. We're just
I'm not
stealing.
I'm not here to cause chaos. I'm here to find out the truth.
We're just
Until
stealing
I
some
know the
information.
truth, I want to stay hidden.
it's not causing chaos, it's protecting your life.
That will be better done by staying hidden.
So that I can assassinate you from the shadows once they realize that you exist.
Yeah,
Great
They
idea.
already took me away once.
like a real noble.
I hate to say this, but I'm going to follow your lead, Q. We need to know exactly who our enemies are, and if we need to add your father to that list, I am okay with it.
Quiwa initially was going to say something snarky, but eventually she just, like, looks at Baohu and nods and says, "Thank you."
Can I comfort and support you by living up to my principle?
I think so. That makes sense.
Right? Because that's a thing. Like you can
You can
use,
do.
Yeah, you can use your principle in place of basically anything else if you can justify it. Yeah.
Yep.
I keep
Mark
forgetting about
fatigue
that.
to roll with that principle instead of whatever
I
stat you would
mean-
normally roll.
It's the same with the harmony anyway, so I'm just gonna roll harmony instead, so I don't take the fatigue.
Okay.
Ah,
7.
And
All right.
Are you going to take it?
I definitely am going to take it. So on a 7,
It's just on a hit.
On a hit.
You can either embrace the guidance and comfort, clear condition, or 2 fatigue, and I may
Yeah.
ask one question that you must answer honestly, or you can shut me down, inflict a condition on me, and shift my balance. Oh no, and then I shift your balance in response.
Yeah. So I'll embrace the guidance and comfort. I think with this, I am going to clear guilty at this point. I'm no longer feeling guilty about stealing the ship and sailor.
And I think my question for you is, how do I get you to listen to my advice?
Actually, out as a player, I don't remember Baohu giving Quiwa advice yet. But I think.
Well, I guess if I could rephrase then, I want to basically know the answer to how can I get you to listen to me more often than not.
So how can Baohu ensure you do as you're told?
Yeah.
Because it seems like make it seem like it's your idea.
I think present it like you will still take care of the thing she wants taken care of. Is how it will work. Like, I got this is probably how you want to present that to make her listen.
Okay, so make it seem like what you want to do will still happen.
Yeah.
Don't dismiss
Just that
her
she doesn't-
ideas.
Just that she doesn't. Yeah. Just that she doesn't have to be the one to do it.
Okay.
So make the task seem effortless is probably a good tactic.
Yeah, like you don't need to worry about that. That's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah, make it so she doesn't have to do it either because it's going to happen anyways, or because you're going to make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I mean, if anybody wants to talk to Min, that's still a thing, or you can cut to the castle.
I don't think we want to do the castle this time.
I don't know how long it would take. It might not take that long.
Yeah, it could be like a roll. Just
Yeah.
depends on what you're doing.
Let's go Robin then. All right.
I want. You go first. Well, mine was gonna be when we leave.
I want to know where the tech people she was talking about were.
So yeah, she's got a couple of different options. She doesn't know anybody specifically, but she can get you in touch with people that will get you what you need. She has connections in Bossing Say and in the Northern Water Tribe.
I want to make
Depends
sure
on.
that processes are started. That's about it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she can send messages to both and be like that they might be there if they can make it, but this is important. And what it's going to mean though is that both of those people will know about this suit.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Word's getting out. Okay.
My thing would just be like, as we all sort of get up to leave, Bao would he call her Min?
You could call her by like Miss
Lady
Huyen.
Lady Huyen, yeah.
Yeah. I need to ask you about my siblings.
I've been keeping an eye. They're doing well.
If it wouldn't be trouble, could you keeping an eye on them until I can return fully?
I'll make you a deal. You bring her back, your siblings will be fine.
I'll
If
take
not,
that
I'll
deal.
kill them. No.
If they don't come back fine, I'll kill her. So and then could you perhaps pass along a message to insert random name so I can do the find a teacher role? I just basically want to be like,
Earthbending?
can you go? Yeah, can you send a message to my earthbending teacher? Like,
All right, she's an earthbender. What do you want to learn?
oh,
While we're doing a robbery, you could be getting a lesson.
no, I need to go help with the robbery.
Do you?
I
Do you have
do.
robbery skills?
No, I have protect people skills.
I see.
Let's see. Oh, it's not letting me jump. The armor one. the like rock armor, but I want to make a crystal armor. Unless she doesn't know that, then I will find another one.
I mean, we've left techniques undefined at this point. So yeah, she could know rock armor. Is that a rare technique or not?
I don't think so. I'm trying to scroll to it right now.
I don't feel like
might
she
have
would
to
know a
reload.
rare technique. That would make
I'm
her a
pretty
little
sure
bit
it's
too
not rare.
powerful.
She would need to be basically a martial character, probably, to know a rare technique to have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fighting-wise,
But
yeah.
I don't think like we see several different characters do an armor.
Yeah, like earthen
earth
armor or
of some
whatever.
kind.
Yeah.
So
It's taking forever to load this page for some reason.
It's just
there's a handout. They're all in here.
Oh,
yeah,
they
Earth
are.
armor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Earth armor. Yep, it's fine. Yep. Yeah, she would know it.
It feels like a logical extension of your crystal gauntlet.
yeah. That's what I'm going for.
So when we have a second, like when there's some downtime while you're in the city, you can do the training move.
Okay.
Okay, and I think I'm also gonna check. I think she says, "Is Master Kim still living here?" And this is a new NPC. I think this is like a master archer who used to serve in the like noble guard, but like retired years ago. But she's asking if he still lives in the city.
Yes, he does. However, he's been a bit codgery lately. So you'll have to roll to find out whether or not he's like aligned with you.
Yeah. Maybe bring a gift if needed to help.
I mean, there's the find a teacher thing that will tell you if that's something that will work out.
Yep.
Is there an
Perfect.
actual training move in the game?
Yeah, it's on the moves list. It's the very last thing in advancement moves.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So I think we head out. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. We're just sort of getting our bearings. And I think before we leave, I just check with my aunt. Is like basically, can you have accommodations for us for this night, and maybe we'll find somewhere safer after.
Yeah, she can get you squared away somewhere.
Okay.
Not in her house because
There's too many eyes.
she doesn't want. Yeah.
But yeah, if she gives me an address, basically, we can go there after.
Yep. Yeah, she'll secure someplace quiet for you guys to bed down when you need to.
Okay. Then we head out.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for in the castle to determine scope of role?
We're trying to break into the advisor's office to see if he has like records of bribes.
I want to find message records. What I want to find out is, did my letter arrive when it was sent months ago? It should be in the like message archive still.
Okay.
It could technically have been burned, but either way, if it arrived and was recorded properly, it would be in either my father's or the advisor's list of records.
Okay. And what is your approach for getting in? Are you stealthing in? Are you talking your way through? What are you doing?
Definitely not talking my way through. Every servant in there that didn't start within the last couple months would know me, even through disguises at this point. I suspect, because they would know me well enough. So
They know your disguises.
I don't think I use disguises that much. I don't think Quiwa in general has snuck out that much. But they would just know her.
Yeah. I think we start by assessing the situation from like the street corner. We're eating like funnel cake or something and staring at the castle.
It's funnel cake in the shape of like a boat.
Yeah, something like that.
I think
so you're like up on the top level. What you're looking at basically is a large set of steps that go up. On the sides are two very intricately carved statues of archers.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of leads up to this very grand palatial facade and into the rock.
I think there's a secret entrance. I think that I am not an earthbender, but the friend who would always come basically pick me up from my room was. So
your bad boy boyfriend would come around and earthbend you out.
No, I think it's the backfire girl actually who I went with.
Okay.
She's an earthbender. And so she would always leave, of course, most of the tunnel already dug, but like this part covered up. So now that we have another Earthbender, now that I'm letting Bao in on the secret, I tell you about like.
You guys are little badger moles.
She shrugs and she says, technically it was her idea to begin with. She just showed up in my room one day. But
I'm glad she's in jail now. I'm just kidding.
Technically she's not in jail now. She escaped.
Yeah,
Bahu wouldn't say that. That was Jordan being
yeah. Dama, if you want to assess the situation, go for it. While the others are figuring out exactly where that hole should be.
Yeah.
No, it was around this tree somewhere.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
With a 4?
Even on a 4, I get something though.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
if
you have a
we
special
all
ability.
three help,
No,
you'll get a 7.
Would you refuse our help?
I'm just saying, even with a miss, I have one of my moves gives me questions.
Okay. The three of us could help if you want.
I'd be willing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you really want to help, you can. I don't know what it. All right, then help. Sure.
So if
helping.
you take the fail, I make a hard move regardless, right? So bad thing will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we,
it's more fun.
oh, okay, all right. I'll take back my stress.
We haven't had enough failures yet, to be fair.
You take the fail, but I want to know, how can I bring castle?
Bring peace to the castle?
Yeah.
How contextualize that? How do I relay that information in terms of the narrative?
I'm just the situation is my information comes from what I can see behind a mouthful of funnel boat.
Flaming funnel boat.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I got it.
Okay, I just want to think of an idea.
What do you got? What do you got?
There's a group of protesters in front of the palace. That would be what the main conflict that you're seeing might be. Is just like, it's not a huge group, and the Fire Nation is not happy with them. But there might be a group of protesters outside the palace of like, these people, like this family represents everything wrong with the city. They aren't outright saying like they're why we're with the Fire Nation, though they're definitely thinking it, but they're taking the festival opportunity to, show what they think.
They will be noted and taken aside later.
Yeah. So that could be the source of conflict if you want to say how peace could be brought to it, Zen. That's my
I think you see that, and this is right in front of the palatial estate entrance, and you look up and you see the, I guess, sigil of Duo Fei like over the doorway, and it's faded and cracked with time. There's been some settling occurring and stuff, and maintenance hasn't been a huge thing on the list lately. And I think you just barely make out could be a trick of the eye, but it could be a radish floating in front of that cracked seal.
Like some smoke or something like forms in the shape of it.
Yeah, and it's like, filling in the cracks a little bit, and you get a sense that if you can repair the house of Hu Yen, you can bring peace.
This is real Encanto shit going on here.
I have a special power that
for
gives
the
me
family.
Weird hypothetical answers instead of practical answers.
We don't talk about you. No.
Oh boy, yeah.
And if no help is incoming, I think we'll end on this. As you're getting ready to go inside, spilling into the courtyard, and demanding to see whoever's in charge, you see Honto and a group of Division 11 soldiers.
Dun, dun, dun.
I have to
be
eavesdrop
continued
on that meeting. But for now, yeah, that's the perfect thing to end the session on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to growth questions.
Definitely would've-
Indeed.
So before we do growth questions, Jordan, you have an end of session thing.
What?
Right?
He
Don't you?
resolved that mid-session.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was at end
It
of session.
just says do it before the end of the session.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
All
you
right.
just have an
So-
extended period of time to make up your mind.
Yeah.
I see.
So growth questions. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? Complicated,
yeah.
surely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. We learned there was fake surfer bro water nation. Guys.
Bro, the greatest disguise is this one.
Yep.
You don't even know.
You didn't suspect a damn thing. I will point that out.
I assessed him, but I
took
didn't
him
ask
to
that.
expel you.
Nope. And I even assessed him successfully and didn't bother to ask that. I asked other stuff.
It is the perfect disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
I don't think so.
This is sort of edge case. I mean,
Yeah.
if Connacht would have gotten caught,
Yeah, I would count that.
I'll count it if others
I'll-
count it.
yeah, I'll leave it up to the group to decide whether or not you get an XP, and I know how that goes, so just mark it.
I'm still iffy. I'm still
I
gonna,
usually argue against XP.
and I don't
No, yeah,
know if
you guys can.
the info was a dangerous threat.
No, well,
Outright.
it's more that the problem with it is we could have just let him go. Like,
But
we
even
didn't have
that,
to do it at all.
like 2 Fire Nation ski like jet skis were not a dangerous threat.
I think
we got
I
a
don't
little
think we
messed
get the point for it because I do think he was capable of trouncing them.
You just didn't
In
want to. He
retrospect-
wanted to keep his disguise.
Mechanically, he was not. He had one technique to get away.
Oh,
That's how
up.
he
Yeah,
was
he's
built.
a spy. He's not a soldier, right?
Very important distinction. Sorry.
Marissa, what do you think?
Uh,
Was that a dangerous threat?
I want XP. I don't think it was.
It
Okay.
was a community problem, though.
To which community? What was the
This
problem?
one,
Connacht.
the not Fire Nation community.
The man himself.
the resistance community.
I don't know if that's a community. I mean,
Yeah, it was an incidental thing. I think. Yeah, we'll skip it this time.
Yeah, my point was that I think it's more valuable that we met him and
Hopefully
alerted
it
to your
comes
aunt
yeah.
source of aid. I feel like that was benefit.
Do guide a companion towards balance or end the session at center?
Yes.
I'm at +2. No.
You ended at center.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
No
think
one
I
messes with-
I guided anyone towards balance.
I comforted someone, but
Yep, that's
I guided
that's
someone
guiding.
away. Oh wait,
Yeah,
comforting is guiding.
Comfort and
Yeah,
guide.
it's-
Guide and comfort is what it's called.
Yeah,
the move.
guide and comfort is the move.
Oh, no, I did it then too.
Yeah, this is like reinforcing you're all a team and you care about each other, so please use this move every session.
Except
That's really not what the question
that-
asked.
I think you technically guided me. Let me check. Was that what guided me away from center? I can't.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, you
just
do have
cleared
to
a
guide them
condition.
toward balance.
Toward balance.
Mm.
And I went from +2 to +3 progress. So I'm going progress. If progress for my family is like fighting against the Fire Nation, I'm going full backfire at this point.
I also I don't think I guided you. I guided Aeon, and I'm like, you
That's
need
true.
to do more.
That's true.
Also away from center though. I was
That's true.
at
That's true.
center and you moved me.
Okay. Then you all have your individual growth questions.
Did I learn something meaningful or important about my lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? That's the entire session, second half at least. I'm just gonna mark a growth for that.
Yeah.
Did you improve the lives of a community of average citizens or help an ordinary person with their problems?
That one I'd
You
say yes.
technically
That's
did.
Yeah, fishing Fire Nation guys out of the water, I think counts.
yeah, and honestly helping Connacht in general, even if like you still didn't quite participate in that, but you'd helped at the end.
did you spend meaningful time with someone focused on their concerns and troubles? I'd argue yes, but the question is not is for Aeon, as we sat down and played games and talked about politics, it seems. But it's up to you as to whether or not it was meaningful time.
I would say so, yeah. I tried to
My
connect with you through Pi Show, and you were willing to reciprocate. Meaningful it is.
mine is: did you pursue a desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others? Does the wanting armor count? Because that's protecting me.
Um, pursue.
You didn't do the thing yet.
I mean,
Well, it's
pursuit
pursue.
is pursuit is the weird thing, and like we only didn't do it because we're
Yeah.
pressed for time. It depends on if we want to use like the burning wheel. Did I work toward my belief or not? It's basically that question, right?
Yeah.
The way I'd say it, either you get it this time or you get it next time. You can't get it both times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards next time slightly.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. I would see that more as next time. Honestly, yeah.
I also got my level up, and I'm doing
Nice.
creativity. So I have 1 in all stats and -1 in focus.
I'm just a really harmonious person, so I'm leveling up my harmony.
I'm realizing I'm gonna need all of the stats because I want to be a really well-rounded fighter and/or
Mm-hmm.
I'm just too focused. I need to like not be as focused.
Yep.
too focused.
I'm
Put some work into making friends and then undid it all.
I'm not sure what I would take next.
You're just trying to make the wrong friends. I was good with being friends with the waterbender.
But yeah, we are good for next week to be back.
I believe so.
I think I'm unavailable
Okay.
next week. I think I have an
The
event.
next week we will not be available, and the week after is the day before Halloween, which we are
So then
available.
it's not.
Sorry?
Yes.
Perfect. We're back in 2
I'm pretty
weeks.
sure I'm available on the 30th, yes.
Awesome.
I think I have a party on the 29th, so it doesn't matter.
Perfect. Thank you everyone for watching.
Cool.
Oh, my computer froze for a sec, but I think we're good. Okay.
Oh.
We're good. We're good. It just...
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.